My name is Sabrina and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about the elephant in the room before we head on to this tutorial. I dyed my hair black. So I've had my hair black before. I dye my hair a lot, but it's not dead, so you know, that's a good thing. But I can talk about that in a different video. So without further ado, let's head on to the tutorial. Alright, let's get to doing this disclaimer. My ears are blue. I just want to put that out ahead of time because my ears are blue. When I tried dyeing my hair, it was a mess. It was literally a mess. So I'm going to take my Morphe palette. Now, this is the one with all the colorful colors that it has. I'm going to take these two shades and I'm going to put them together and make them as my transition color. I'm going to switch brushes to a flat brush and I'm going to take this shade right here and I'm going to put that more in my crease but more lower than I put the orange and the yellow shade. And I'm just going to go back and forth with the color. Now it's going to look pretty messy before it starts to look neat, so just keep an open mind and just wait till the end and you're going to see how it all comes together. And I'm going to use the brush that I used with the yellow shades and I'm just going to go in and blend with that. So I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and I'm just going to go over all that. So now I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette, the 35B, and I'm going to take this orangey shade and I'm going to go all over. Before we keep going, I'm going to go on and do my other eye and then I'll be back and we can keep going with the tutorial. Alright, so now we're going to cut the crease. And the last cut crease that I did, it was a half cut crease. This isn't really going to be a half cut crease. You're going to have to really see it to actually know what I kind of mean. It is and it isn't a half cut crease, so. You're going to want to treat this like what we're cutting out is the sun. So this piece is going to be the sun and everything around it is going to be like the sunset, sunrise, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go in with this LA Colors palette and I'm going to take the yellow shade that they have there and I'm going to put that all over where we put the concealer. And I'm going to use a flat brush for that. Now, let me just say, I really love this palette. Like, the shades are very pigmented. Even though this yellow shade doesn't really look that pigmented, it really is in real life. So now that we have that yellow shade on our eyelids, I'm going to go with this palette. It doesn't really have a name, it just says BR. But I'm going to go in with this yellow shade that it has. And I'm going to put that right on top of the yellow. So now that I have those two yellow shades on, I'm going to go and I'm going to put a dark brown around the crease. You're going to have to also see it to understand what I mean. It's just one of those types of looks that you have to see it to understand what you're doing. I'm going to go in with this Nude eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go in with the darkest shade that they have, but I'm also going to be mixing it with this shade as well. It's kind of like a reddish type shade, so I'm going to go in with both of them and kind of just mix them together and see what happens. So I'm going to take this brush that's kind of like slanted, it's like to an angle, and I'm going to dip my brush in both of the colors and I'm just going to kind of outline the sun. And you're going to want to take your time with this because you don't want to mess it up. Once you outline it, you're just gonna want to drag those darker shades out into your outer corner. So I'm going to take this blending brush that I have and I'm just going to blend it. Now you're going to have to go in. You're going to have to go in with your blending brush into the palette. To go in with your blending brush into the palette. So the cool thing about this palette is that it has a lot of different compartments with a whole bunch of different shadows. So I'm going to take this black shadow because honestly this is my favorite black ever. It's super, super dark. So I'm going to take that on a eyeliner brush that I have and I'm just going to go in and outline it. So the cool thing about this palette is that it has a lot of different compartments with a whole bunch of different shadows. So I'm going to take this black shadow because honestly this is my favorite black ever. It's super, super dark. So I'm going to take that on a eyeliner brush that I have and I'm just going to go in and outline it. Now I'm going to make sure to constantly go back in with those orange shades and those yellow shades that we started off with our transition colors to make sure that they really do peek through. So the cool thing about this palette is that it has a lot of different compartments with a whole bunch of different shadows. So I'm going to take this black shadow because honestly this is my favorite black ever. It's super, super dark. So I'm going to take that on a eyeliner brush that I have and I'm just going to go in and outline it. Now I'm going to make sure to constantly go back in with those orange shades and those yellow shades that we started off with our transition colors to make sure that they really do peek through. Now I'm going to make sure to constantly go back in with those orange shades and those yellow shades that we started off with our transition colors to make sure that they really do peek through. So now I'm going to do my lower lash line, and I'm going to take that same colorful Morphe palette, and I'm going to take those same two colors that we put as our transition colors, and I'm going to put that under my lash line. So now I'm going to go in with the same Morphe palette, and I'm going to go in with that color that we used as our transition shade as well. I'm going to go back into my other Morphe palette, and I'm going to take the orange shade that we placed all over. You're basically taking all the shades that we put on top of the eye, like our transition shades and everything, you're basically just putting that on your lower lash line. You kind of just want everything to blend with each other. You can use any type of brush. It doesn't have to be a specific brush, just something that's small enough to fit under your eye and not really transfer. So I'm going to go in with my eyelash curler, and you want to make sure that you're very careful when you do this because one, you don't want to pinch your skin, and two, if you press way too hard, you may rip off all your lashes. So just make sure that I just press it lightly twice. Now the lashes are folded up. Now after that, I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs mascara, and I'm going to put that on my top and my bottom lashes. So now that I have mascara on my top and bottom lashes, I'm just going to grab some falsies that I have. They don't really have a name on them, but any falsies will do, and I just put some glue on the lash line. Not a lot, but just a little bit, but enough. So now I have my eyelashes on, and they look a little funky in like the inner corner, but like it's fine, we're gonna deal with it. So now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner, and I'm just gonna put that on the top and on the bottom. Ooh, you ever put on eyeliner? It's just like when you put mint gum in your mouth and you take a drink of water. That's how eyeliner feels to me. I don't know why, but that's how it feels. All we gotta do is put some highlighter on. So I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX drops, and I'm just gonna put them right where I would put my highlight. I add more if I feel like I need to. Not in my hair though. You see the blue? Like, it's a problem, and it needs to come off, but it's not, so you know. And I'm just going to hit it a little bit, because when we blend it out, it's going to go. It's going to go places. Blend it out. We are officially blinding everybody. We are blinding the haters. I'm going to go in with this Freematic Highlighter, and I'm just going to hit that where I put the highlight. Oh wow. Highlighter makes me so happy. So I'm going between all the Kylie Jenner lipsticks, like all the really dark ones, and I'm trying to see which one I honestly like the most to see. Oh, I'm going between, alright. I know I want to do like a highlight in between the lip, so I got Cocoa K, and I got Cocoa K, and I got Brown Sugar as like the inner highlight, or yeah. And I'm going between Mary and Jolly, so I think Vixen is a little bit lighter than, oh Jesus, I almost fell. Alright, So, I got these lip liners for Christmas that I absolutely love, and you really need this pack. I don't know how to say the name, but I will put it in the description box below. I'm the most horrible speller, so it's better for me just not to try. And it literally, oh God. It comes with 12 different lip liners, and it has a really good variety. Honestly, it's perfect for beginners because it kind of has shades for like about every lipstick. It has dark shades, it has light shades, it even has an orange in here, so like, it's pretty good, honestly. So the lip liners, they each have like numbers. So their number is like P1201, but then they have dash and then another number, and that's the number of the pencil. So this is number 11 and number 2 that I'm going to go in and just line my lips with. So now here I go with number 2. And the reason I put both shades on is because, to me, Jolly is a mixture of like a kind of a reddish and a dark brown, so I wanted to really bring out both of those types of colors. So, let's go in with Jolly. So now I'm just going to wait till this dries to put the lighter layer in the middle. Decided after like a long time to go in with brown sugar. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys liked it. Like, share, subscribe, and I love you all. Bye, lovelies.